is Mindset Coach Ryan J Motivates, and I wanted to shoot a quick, like, raw, unedited video for somebody that it might encourage, right? So I was talking to a friend, and I shared this message, and I shared this story with him that, you know, could possibly help him, could possibly help his life, could possibly help his relationship, and so I just wanted to share that, you know, with someone else. So real quick, the story. So for work, you know, I'm on the road a couple days out of the week, right? And while I'm at work, and I'm away from home, and because of that, you know, my wife supports me, man. I love my wife. My wife supports me, you know, by helping to prepare my meals for the day, for the times that I'm gone, right? And so she usually asks, you know, what do I want to eat, or, you know, what do I have the taste for? And she prepares my meal so I don't have to think about it while I'm on the road, or I don't have to stop at, you know, rest stops or you know, fast food joints. I can kind of stay within my meal plan. And so the other day she asked me, you know, same typical question, what do I want, or what do I have a taste for? And I just like, you know what, I want some salmon and rice. And you know, I just got a taste for salmon and rice, but not like fillet, like salmon fillet, but like chopped salmon, you know, in the rice. I didn't know quite how I wanted it, but, you know, so she started asking me, you know, some more questions. You know, what do you want on the salmon? Or what do you want in it? You know, I was like, I don't know. She was like, well, do you want some onions, some peppers? You know, I was like, you know what, that sounds good. You know, do you want maybe some chopped broccoli? And I'm like, you know what, that sounds good. And so she was like, you know, I can make it like Sharice. And I was like, oh yeah, well, yes, make it like Sharice, right? And side note, if you guys don't know what Sharice is, right, is a carry-out halal. They sell halal style food, but they have like these burritos, these bowls, and they blend the rice and the meats where you get salmon or chicken or shrimp or beef or whatever you want in it. And then they chop up the onions and the peppers and the broccoli, and then they sprinkle this delicious sauce on it. I mean, the sauce is banging, right? I don't know what type of sauce it is, but it's banging. And so my wife was like, well, I can kind of recreate this Sharice bowl, right? And she never did it before, but she was like, well, I have an idea what it tastes like, what it looks like, what the ingredients are in it, you know, and I'm gonna try to make it work. So I said, okay, you know, left it up to her. So, you know, I go on the road, and you know, I stop to eat, and the first bite of this bowl that my wife recreated was delicious. Listen, I'm not joking. When I say delicious, it was better than Sharice. Listen, we gotta come up with a catchy name for it or something, because this thing was, listen, I'm usually good with my meals, right? I usually spread my meals out like 2 to 3 hours in between. Man, listen, I was trying to eat 2 meals at a time. This is how good the meal was. It was delicious, right? And I share that story because I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and he was like, man, him and his wife are going through some things. It's rocky, you know, they're having turmoil in their relationship, right? And I was like, man, he straight out was like, man, she getting on my nerves. And I started thinking back, like, well, what are you pouring into her, right? I heard a teacher by Dr. Miles Monroe say that women are natural incubators, right? What you give them, they'll naturally develop, create, and give back more than what you gave to them, right? They'll develop that thing and produce something far greater than the original seed that you provided them, right? So I gave my wife an idea of what I wanted to eat, and she recreated that thing and made a meal, right? You give a woman the groceries, right? She makes meals, right? You give a woman a house, she makes a home, right? You give her a seed, men. Come on, fellas, I'm talking to you. You give her a seed, she's going to recreate that thing and give you a child, right? You give her affection, commitment, communication, honesty, support, right? She gives you love. She gives you appreciation. She gives you respect, right? She gives you support, right? So, but if you giving her turmoil, if you giving her rejection, if you pouring those bad seeds into her, guess what she gonna give you? Hell. Come on. So understand the principle still works, whether you believe it or not. The principle of reciprocity still works. You can't take a half and a half and think you're gonna make a whole. I heard Garen Jones say, you take a half and a half, it's gonna make zero. But if you take a whole entirety, and the whole entirety put it together, it's gonna create infinity. Come on, man. So the principle still works. What are you giving? So, man, I ask you, if you're not getting what you want out of a relationship, or what you want from your woman, or she's not responding to you, and y'all having turmoil, and the relationship is rocky, I ask you to go look in the mirror and check yourself. Check what you're giving out. Check what you're pouring into her spirit. Check what the seeds that you're dropping into her psyche. Check what you're giving to her emotionally. Check what you're doing to her physically, right? Right? And I guarantee the law of reciprocity works, whether you believe it or not, that you'll get far beyond, far greater than what you ever invested. And so that's the message. Listen, I hope this encourages somebody. I hope that it inspires somebody. And if you change your mindset, you change your life. Right? So this is Mindset Coach Ryan J Motivates. telling you, listen, I love you. Know that God loves you. Listen, I hope that you have an amazing, awesome, wonderful, fantastic, exciting day. Woo! Listen, be blessed, be encouraged, and live powerfully.